Greetings, Leo, the Lion, King of the Beasts. Hey guys, welcome to your September reading with me. That was a sound bath introduction using the Heart Chakra Meditation Bowl. I thought that was a lovely way to start, given that I'm doing these readings in the middle of August and it is actually your guys' birthday time. Over the weekend just gone, I've had four of my Leo friends all celebrating their birthdays. So in a belated way, because I know this is the September readings for Leo for 2019, I do just want to wish you all a happy birthday energy, and I trust that over the time of that birthday you manage to, connect with yourselves and sort of go within and contemplate your desires and your dreams and your journey ahead for the next year, which will take you through to around about this time in 2020, because big changes are on the horizon for all of us in many different ways. Hey, welcome to any new subscribers. It's lovely that you're joining the channel. It's so beautiful to have you on board, and it's an honor to be able to be here with you all, making the connection through the internet and forming this divine community. So just a little bit about September. There is a full moon going into Pisces, which will create a lot of emotional movement. In September, Saturn also goes direct, and it is the month of the equinox, which is on the 23rd of September. That's the changeover of the seasons from summer to autumn or fall, and from winter to spring. Yay! Can't wait for spring, it's nearly here. There's also a Friday the 13th in September, and the power day of the month is the 9-9 vibration, because we've just come out of the Lion's Gate in August, which was the 8th, and of course that sort of Lion's Gate energy is particularly powerful for Leos as well, that whole Leo surging lion type energy. A little bit about these months ahead, or even really more than months, it's years ahead. It's a time where we're finding what we'd call blind spots, and it's really difficult to sometimes navigate the new directions in life. We could say that some of the key words around at the moment are unpredictability, non-completion, cycles of continual change. We can't find solutions necessarily easily, but the answers to all of those key words are to explore, to experiment, to gain clarity, and to be flexible, to have flexibility. All of us are moving through change, no matter how much you might wish some things would stay the same. Another term that's popping up through various other people is divine discontent, which is what we could say is liberating us into new realities or new choices of timelines. Right now at this particular point in time, and we've nearly ebbed past it, is a powerful time to set your intentions and desires for the next 12 years. So whatever you are integrating with at the moment, communicating with, and how you're acting is taking you forward for 12 years. So I'm really, really pleased that you chose to engage in listening to this video and seeing what messages come through for you, and also in spending some time thinking about the importance of the vibration you want to carry through. Let's get our reading underway, guys. 4 different decks of cards. These 2 are tarot, these 2 are oracle. I have shuffled them off site. That's a bit of a joke. I don't take them off site. I have shuffled them out of the camera, before the video started. So I'm just doing a brief shuffle again, just to prove to you that there is nothing stacked. Whatever comes out is meant to be, okay? I don't work in the guise of structuring things or making something up. It's not what I am. So just a little quick shuffle for you all, for Leo, for September for 2019. What is most beneficial for them to hear and to understand, work on, meditate with, and contemplate as they move through. So we will start with this one, Leo. What's your first card for the reading? It's patience. It's reversed, but I've got the deck upside down, so don't worry about that. We will just turn it up the right way. Now, patience is number 14, which is, of course, the Temperance card. It's a card of balance, and it talks to you primarily, that word there, patience, would be the fundamental aspect. Temperance or patience is very much about bringing balance into your life, and it is a major arcana card. So this is the beginning of your month, the beginning of your month, September, the beginning of the reading, the beginning of your new solar year for Leos as you move into September. They're saying have some patience. So something that you might have been working on or planning on or growing could take some time before it flourishes or blossoms or blooms. That is one of the key components of this card. The other message is that you need to bring balance into perspectives of your life. So if you are applying too much energy to one specific set or area or dynamic of your life, it's time to expand or make expansion or open horizons. Look into something a little bit further. And I'm getting here the picture of doors, like opening other doors, as if some of you are making changes or wanting to move forward. You've either got options or choices around you, and I'll be surprised if some sort of choice card doesn't show up in your reading. But you're being urged to have a look at choices that you don't think are viable, or that options are going to come to you that you are either not suspecting or haven't been prepared to look into. I think this is a good thing for you. I think it's going to give you more scope and boundary. Wow. The Two of Wands is all about balance. So two cards that are pertaining to balance here. And this is in the career sector quite often, because this is our wands, which is about our passion, creativity, and often fires us into our career section of life. He is contemplating, by holding the crystal ball as such, he is looking at how to bring change or where to head in the future. There's also this other person over here holding the wand, because that's not him. He's holding this wand and a crystal ball. So there is a second person coming in with some sort of idea or concept or amalgamation or collaboration that he needs to consider, and sometimes he's a wee bit locked in his own paradigm, this guy, and that's where balance comes from. It is also where partnerships can evolve from as well, because the number 2 pertains to balance and partnerships. So there's something here for you. Please bring balance into whatever it is you're considering, or the way you're acting, or things that are going on in your life as September bubbles up into reality. It could even be related to health for some of you. If you have got ideas or projects on the cusp, or you are formatting something, you may need to look at a person to help bring this in, or broaden your scope and open other doors, is again still the message coming through. Wow, this has been out with so many people, the Earth Angel reading. It says you are a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. So there's a lot of connection to Gaia in this reading for the September month. And I have a feeling, because I mentioned in the very beginning, it is Gaia's equinox month where she changes seasons, and quite often when the seasons are ruling the energy around the planet, it is Gaia's time, and it can make us feel a bit more imbued to her, to understand the strength she holds and the energy she can give off. For those of you who this doesn't really resonate with, then that's fine, just let it sit in the background. But for others of you, you might be really feeling passionate about Earth. And as we move into climate change extreme scenario events more and more and more, there are more people becoming aware of issues such as that. And spring and autumn can be quite turbulent months in terms of climatic changes. So some of these may even affect you and make you think a little bit more about Earth and how we can preserve her and love her. But remember, the main message about this is love. So it's not necessarily just about Gaia. This is about infusing love into all areas of your life, including, most importantly, yourself. So self-love gives out to grow and expand and become love for everything else, including other relationships, your friends, your family, the dynamics of your life, your career, and then back into Earth, of course, as well. So some of you may be moving into a field where you are becoming more into the light worker realm, which is connecting people in light and love and doing some healing work, both for people, animals, and the planet. That could well be a message there for some of you. Well, have a look at this card. These can be quite intense cards, and this is the card of Goddess of Psychic Protection. And it says, what you believe you create, no one can harm you. So I am going to read from the book for this, and I will just put that down and I will get the book. A rather intriguing looking card, and it seems to focus very poignantly on the third eye area, which is this here, ignited kind of flame of energy. You subconsciously believe that someone is energetically trying to cause negativity in your life. You have drawn this card to remind you that the life force or energy at the heart of every living thing, in essence, is love. Well, that's really quite astounding that that card came beforehand. And this was talking about love and light. So if any of you are going through periods where you do feel as though there's some negativity directed at you, either in the physical realm through relationships or people that you know, whether it even be ill health or financial woes that you can't seem to get yourself out of, whether there has been trouble in an employment area, then just listen to the rest of the message about this card. So I'll come back to reading it again. This card has come to you today to remind you that the life force or energy at the heart of every living thing is, in essence, love. Each individual soul forms part of a universal soul. All is energetically connected through the light of love. No one can physically harm you, possess you, or influence you unless you believe they can. What you believe, you create. You do not need to protect yourself from others as much as you need to protect yourself from any negative beliefs or fears that originate from you. To dissolve these beliefs and fears, all you need to do is focus on the light and love within and around you, and within and around every living thing. Imagine pure white light surrounding you each and every moment of your life. Know you are always protected and forever within a guiding, protecting light. Focus on the image of the goddess whose face appears on the card and feel the love, light and wisdom emanating from her. Know that she merely reflects the infinite love, light and wisdom within yourself. Because you received this card beforehand, which is all about light and love, there's some intrinsic blending that is merging through these two cards at a very spiritual, protective energy level. I have to say, to date, none of the other readings have had a protection force field around them as you guys have just received. So this is a general reading, okay? So I'm not necessarily tapping into any one person, so I can't particularly say who this might be directed at. I do know that when the messages come, they are there for someone who picks them up and reads them. So if any of you feel as though you are in a threatened situation, these two particular energies are there to utilize as a protection, but also to understand that you must apply it from your own side, from within yourself, and have faith and confidence that the light and the love are there to protect you. Now, it might seem a bit of a flippant or an impossible thing, and some people will probably fob it off and go, oh, what a load of crap. It's not. Believe me, look, I've applied this to my own life in many different situations and instances, and I feel almost immediately an aura of protection that comes around me if I really believe I need it. I'm just urging any of you who are in a situation at any point, whether, as I said before, whether we are talking about health, whether we are talking about a career or your job or your finances or a relationship, an intimate relationship, or even family, or any form where you feel you are a little bit threatened or bullied or misperceived or misconstrued, or where there has been unfair judgment or bias directed against you, then utilize these two powerful cards and the energy that emanates from them. And you pull in the light and the love. They actually work beautifully together colour palette wise. This one in particular is shining some sort of golden aura that is just coming off the card up into the video and ready for you guys to utilise. So continuing on, back to the John Holland Psychic Tarot, and we have Harmony, which is another wonderful card suggesting love and light, because that's what harmony effuses. When we pull the positive vibrations into life and focus on them as opposed to worrying about negative connotations or anxiety, fear or depression or worry, of which there is much on the planet. Many people are suffering at the moment from the fear, worry, anxiety, depression, tensions, okay? It's not unusual and it's not abnormal. It's something to do with the wave of energy permeating around us. And a lot of it has to do with what we listen to, who we interact with, and how we just worry a lot more than we used to. But then you come back to this beautiful energy of harmony. And that word in itself is a divine word of supreme balance and protection. Now this card is in fact another major arcana, and it is the Lover's card. For some of you, love is in the air. Well, we've had that over here, so you've got love again. Beautiful glowing aura. And I said this one had an aura of kind of light white gold, and this one has got more of the orangey gold. And they are sealing this love or harmony or balance around the heart chakra, which is what we started your reading with, really activating the heart chakra with the sound meditation bath. So there is harmony around for some of you within either your own relationship with yourself and bringing about some healing or raised vibrations, or there is harmony within a relationship for you. Now some of you, this could be a close intimate one, so your intimate partner, it's like a soulmate, a deep soulmate. For some of you, there's the emanations of a possible twin flame, the ignition of light emanating through this relationship. So some of you could feel a profound sense of elevation, of heightened awareness, of the feelings of the euphoria and the bliss that can come when two souls are meeting together in this wonderful balance. This could be around for you as you ebb into September. And for some of you, this could be a new meeting, so someone coming in. Others of you, it can be a relationship that might already be in existence, and it could have been going through periods of being up and down. It might be about to go through this period of balance, because we've talked about this over here, bringing the balance in and having patience to have waited for a relationship to bloom and blossom. Everything is cyclical. Nothing is permanently perfect and nothing is permanently gloomy. And that's what to remember also in all aspects of your life as you traverse through it. Even your relationships that you revere the most and hold the most dear to your heart will never be perfect all the time. They always have ups and downs. And I think with today's society, we seem to expect everything to be perfect all the time when it's far from the truth. No one and nothing can ever be perfect, but that's how we gauge when something is wonderful or when something is not. That's how we find our ability to understand and perceive light and dark, fear and happiness, joy and sadness, because you experience both dynamics. And that leads to balance through patience. But this is a wonderful card to receive, telling you that there's a possibility of igniting some form of wonderful relationship. And for some of you, this could be very deep, very meaningful. Now, the other thing it also means is balance again, which we've just briefly talked about. And sometimes it means a choice is in the air. For some of you, it can mean there's a choice of more than one partner. You might already be involved with someone and you feel this new energy coming in that could be one of these, bringing this feeling into your heart, and you're thinking, what is going on? Why do I feel this towards another person? So for some of you, there might be a choice that is being made around relationships. And it might take a little bit of thinking, it might take a bit of working through, hence another reason why the Patience card or the Balance card, Temperance, may have been called in. You might be being called to temper a situation with a potential new partner and think about it and put some more planning and strategy into it. This can also be the formation of a wonderful business cooperation with another partner, and it can go on to be very, very successful. So this Harmony card doesn't just mean intimate love relationships, it means harmony in many different aspects of life. It can even be harmony in a health cycle, a wealth cycle, business, career, friendships, your community, your family, as well as a very dear, close, personal relationship. So you're getting a lot of cards here where we're talking partnerships, balance, twos, because there's two people again there. We had the two up here. We've got the balance down here. So we'll see what's coming forth from here. The Hermit, another major arcana. So it is a big month for you as you step into September. So far we've had 3 major arcanas come out of 4 tarot cards. So that's sort of like a 95% balance going on there. The Hermit talks to us about going within a little bit to seek our inner wisdom and spend time in contemplation, considering our life's journey and the path of where we want to go. Now he kind of comes up, he matches some of the words that I said earlier about exploring and experimenting to get clarity. He is seeking clarity. Oh, I forgot, there was at the very beginning of the reading, I should have said to you guys that the word you received for the month, because everyone got a word, the word was move. Now, move can mean many different things. It could mean the universe is asking you to move something in your life. So get up and move things around. For some of you, it could be literally that you are going to move physically to a different home, to a different neighborhood, to a different state. Some of you might just be moving career. You might be moving your mindset or your philosophy. You might be moving your relationships around. You might move something out of your life that you no longer need, such as an attitude or a perspective or a belief or something that didn't suit you anymore. But you got the word move to focus on for the month as we move through the month. So the Hermit, yes, he's a card of inner contemplation, seeking your own resolution to your situations and your problems, your desires and dreams, and finding answers from within your own perspective of life. Number 3, heartache and loss, is the 3 of Swords, and that's a little bit unusual after we've had so much light love type energy coming in, but it does balance a little bit with the Patience and the Temperance card, and also thinking about this one as well. So this is also connected with the heart, even though in this card it's a little bit lower, and it can sometimes involve 3 people. And I mentioned that a little bit before around here, that you might have a choice to make. So for some of you, the choice could be about a person, someone you have held dear to your heart. Now sometimes this comes up when we see 3 people involved, as I mentioned, when there can be a parting of ways coming for one reason or another. It might be because some of you have this move thing going on in the background. You're moving away from something, or there's a need to move things around. It says it's generally a temporary situation because it's a number 3 card. It's giving you the indication that you have got some thinking to do around a relationship. It could be more than one. It's giving you the message to contemplate and think about how you might deal with a relationship where change might be considered. There's always communication when you are in a place of unhappiness with relationships, and either seeking counselling with a 3rd person who might be able to help work through and find a solution, or mediation, or to just talk with the person concerned. This might be for some of you when another person is considering leaving a relationship, and for some of you it might be a romantic relationship, and you might wish that they would stay. So trying to communicate and see what the problem is can sometimes work. If it's someone that you wanted to have stay around, then that's the type of solution to try and take. We came through it here when we said there was someone else that wanted to have something said and that you need to listen. So perhaps listening for you guys in the month of September can be really important. Although I'm getting so much kind of feelings of love and protection, absolutely, because we had this protection over here and you've got this lovely aura around you, that this one might be not so much an unexpected feeling of heartache and loss, but it might be something that's inevitable or is going to happen, and that you are working your way through it one way or another. So we'll come back and see another one of these. We have another 3. So 2 3s in a row. This one is a great one in terms of it has a lot more success and happiness and movement forward about it. It's often associated with a career, and it's often associated with an accolade, reward, award. Sometimes this can be a promotion, a wage increase, a new job, the finishing of a project that you've been working on, sometimes with 3 people, and it's about to go into production or be passed on to management or be moved out to the public eye. It can be written type documents, it could be ideas or concepts, or even an invention that has been made and is being about to be gone public, so funded or promoted. Now, when I talked about the doors that you guys might have been walking through before, this could be associated one way or another. So it might be about getting it out there, finding new people who will support it or promote it or work with you or follow the plan or do something along those lines. So that's a great card to have had dealt, and it can sometimes mean an increment of money coming in as well. The Hanged Man, similar to the Hermit and not dissimilar to this Patience card. The Hanged Man, we always talk about having patience because things get slowed down. This is when the universe is telling you that the universe is taking the timing. So the Hanged Man can often refer to being at a crossroads in life. All of these 3 can, and they are all major arcana cards. So September is going to be a big month for you guys. This is about contemplation of which way to go, what direction do I take. He goes within to really connect intuitively with himself, to find his life's lessons and get the answers. And she's taking the patience to ponder it all, tie all this together and bring balance to the situation. So does he. This can mean that you are at a very intense crossroad in your life and that there are big decisions to make. And it can mean with these 2 here that your timing that you're expecting it to happen in may not happen. So be prepared to wait and have patience for something that you are really holding out for in this month coming up. It doesn't mean it's not happening. I'm getting a lot of feelings here, and the doors that came at the very beginning in my mind were these doors that will be opening for you, but you guys need patience. Yeah, exactly. Victory and success. It's coming after you have done the appropriate work. This is all about you doing the internal work, not just letting an opportunity go by because you can't either fathom it out or you can't be bothered waiting, or you've got other opportunities. Something in here is worth waiting for, worth pursuing, worth making negotiations or changes in direction to make it fit, because that's what you end up with, victory and success. And I do think it's coming, but it might not be coming as soon as you think. The number 6 could be relevant. Wow, another big major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. Again, this is a slow turning cycle. And again, it's very much the message saying the universe has got this in control, baby, not you. So enjoy the ride. These two are. They're having a ball of a time. And the Page of Rods, he's looking forward. He's definitely new energy. He's very much about excitement and passion and fired up and ideas and creativity and rah, rah, rah. Lots of energy coming over a period of many months for you guys, I feel. So it's a great way to roll into September and to roll into the rest of 2019. And even with a wheel that's turning as slowly as this, into 2020, marking the changes of unexpected and not completed yet continual change of cycles for you guys, Leo. So there we are. We will finish your reading there. There's lots of very deep and personal messages in there for you guys. You'll dig them out and you'll find which one resonates with you most. But I thank you all for joining me, and I wish you the most wonderful, empowered, loved up, worry-free and protected. Don't forget your wonderful protection from these two that came in really early. Protected, wonderful month of September. Have fun, have great love and much enjoyment. Thank you guys. Remember to check your moon and rising and sub the channel. Have a great September. Namaste.